Hi, this is Phil and Andy from SkiTalk.com, and we've got another Cagematch comparison for you. We have the Head Supershape E-Titan and the Blossom AM85. This is almost a part 2 Cagematch comparison, where in the past I actually did the AM77. It might have been the whiteout at that point, and the Head Supershape E-Rally, but now we've got the wider versions of these skis. And really, the change is in the waist width. Tip and tails stay the same or really similar, and what we see actually is different feelings for these skis on the snow. I'm going to let Andy talk about the Blossoms and the attributes of them, and then I'm going to come in with the Super Shapes on this side over here, and then we're going to talk about who's these skis for, who's not for, and who's going to really enjoy either one of them. Andy, I'll let you start with the Blossoms.
All right, well, it's no secret that the Blossom AM77 is a fan favorite amongst ski talkers, and there's a reason for that. It's just a super well constructed ski, great on the groomers, super damp, super smooth, just this nice comfortable ski with a high top end that is accessible. What the 85 brings to this is that little wider width waist, makes it perhaps just a bit more across the board, especially as you get snow that may have fresh on groomers, snow that's left over and chunky that you want a little more flotation on, and you don't really want a quicker turn radius or a smaller turn radius. So that's what the AM85 brings to the Blossom AM series. It's just that little extra float to get you up on the snow instead of trying to plow through it when you run into those conditions.
Yeah. Like with the Blossoms, the two heads, the Rally and the Titan, tip and tail pretty much stay the same. I mean, the Blossoms, the tip on both skis are 131. The tail's a negligible, a mill or two difference as far as that, but the width of the waist is what changes. The same thing with that with the Super Shapes here. On the Titan, it's a 133, 84, 115 as far as the dims on that. On the Rally, it's 132, 78, 114. So the difference is in the waist of these skis. So we're going from a shorter than medium turn radius on the two narrower siblings here, and the turn radius actually jumps a couple of meters going to the wider versions. Now, comparing these two skis, what Andy was pointing out with the Blossom, as far as getting a little more compliant there, both of these skis are a little more tenacious of a grip. These expect a little bit more of your attention. These are a little more relaxed. Think of like a European sports sedan. These are going to be more of a sports car as far as the feel. They're going to expect your attention the whole time. Again, we're not saying one is better than the other. It's what you're going to want as a reader. And as far as the direction you want and the attributes you want out of a ski. All of these skis are great skis, but what's going to suit your needs?
Exactly. If you're more into the shorter turns, you're skiing mostly groomers or harder snow conditions the majority of the time, you may look at the narrower skis on either brand. If you're running into more mixed conditions, and especially early season and late season where conditions can change quickly over the course of the day, you go from a hard pack to slushier snow in the later morning, afternoon, you may want that ski that has just that little bit of extra flotation, a little more stability. So again, it's how you ski, where you ski, and what you expect of yourself and what you want your ski to do.
Yep. Now, if you've been following a lot of our reviews and talk on SkiTalk.com, we go down a rabbit hole of bindings a lot. So what we see here on these four skis, we've got actually some different binding options too. On the Blossom comes available flat, so you can put on the binding choice of your choice. You can go with the VIS system, which is available through Premier Skis, or this is a pair that's loaned to us from one of our testers. He chose to put a pivot on it. Great option on this ski here. Coming over the head side is where you would normally expect a a technical ski is going to come with the system binding on it, and that is mostly true in the case of both of these skis. Standard on them is the PRD binding system. We're shown here with the new Tyrolia protector bindings. But the difference here is if you choose to go to the E-Titan, that is available either with the system, or you can also choose to go flat with that. Again, if you want to put on a pivot, you want to put on a Solomon Strive, whatever you want to put binding-wise, you do have that flexibility with the Titan. So you're not locked into having a specific plate on it.
Yeah, and what the plate does is allows you to tune that ski beyond just skiing flat. You put a plate on it, it gives you a little stiffer ski, a little more power in turns, a little more grip on hard packed snow, whereas a flat system like the look here, a little more compliant, easier going ski, maybe for someone who's lighter, heavier person like myself. I may want at least the lower end of the speed lock setups.
Again, we're not saying what's best. We're just saying give you the option so you can pick what's best for you. So please follow us and watch the rest of our reviews and these Cagematch comparisons. And remember, first and foremost, skiing is fun.
If you enjoyed this informative video, hit that bell, subscribe so that you'll stay up to date on the new videos, and check out SkiTalk.com for more ski-related content.
Also, please follow SkiTalk.com on all of your social media channels. No scenes from Hot Tub Time Machine were reenacted during the production of this video.